Right. Okay. So very good evening. Quickly give me a feedback. Can you all hear me? Quickly give me a feedback. Can you all hear me clearly? Yes. Right. Okay. So today that we are going to start the very first day of our A-level business studies class, right? A-level business studies class. Right. So I'll give another 2 minutes, right? Let's wait up until other people join for the meeting. Yeah. So we'll wait for another 2 minutes. Right. Okay. So if anyone of you having a connection issue, what you all have to do is you all can go out of the meeting and come back. Then the connection issue will be sorted. Right. Okay. So we'll start the session from here. Today we are starting the first day of our A-level business studies class, right? So most of the people know me, right? Most of the people were there in my history classes, right? So all the names are here. Most of the names are here, right? Really happy to see you all once again. And there are some newcomers also, right? Who are not there for my O-level history classes, right? Yeah, I was doing O-level history, and this is the first year that I am starting my business studies class. So a little bit about me, right? I'm Abdullah Faslin, and I did A-levels in 2023, right? I did A-levels in 2023, and I was ranked 64th in Colombo district, right? I was ranked 64th in Colombo district with a Z score of 2.17, right? With the Z score of 2.17, and this is the first time that I'm starting a business studies class, right? I was teaching commerce for past 2-3 years, right? 2 to 3 years that I was teaching, sorry, I was teaching history, right? Last year, before that, and even before that, since 2021 I was teaching commerce, right? Sorry, I was teaching history, O-level history, and this is the first year that I'm teaching A-level business studies, right? So as I told earlier, I did A-levels in 2023, went to Royal College, then I was ranked as Colombo 64th, and district rank Colombo 64th with the that score of 2.17, right? That is little bit about me, and I am being waiting to get selected for the law faculty in Colombo, right? Colombo law faculty. That is a little bit about me, right? Okay, so other than that, this is a new subject, right? This is a new subject in terms of A levels, but anyways in O levels also, that you all have done something called business studies, right? You all have done something called business studies in the subject called commerce, right? O level business and accounting studies. So O level business and accounting studies, there are two parts, right? One is business studies and the other one is accounting, right? So not like the business studies in O levels, this business studies is really difficult, as well as really different, right? It is really difficult, and as well as really different, right? So in this class, whatever the experience that I have gained, right, whatever the experience that I have in the past 3 years is the one which I will be using to teach. Am I clear? Therefore the way that I am teaching to write an answer is according to the marking schemes and all. Therefore whatever the idea that I am having, right, even I did A levels new, therefore I know how to write an answer, right? What are the points that you have to include, and what is the format that you all have to practice, right? Everything that I'll be teaching from my own experience. Am I clear? Therefore in this class, everything will be done according to the experience that I have gained in this subject. And for the month of June, that we are doing the class for free, and from July we are starting the paid classes. So in the group that I have uploaded the PDF, right, I have uploaded the tute, so that tute will be discussed today, and then from July we are couriering the printed tutes. So when it comes to this business studies, right, the subject called business studies, we can divide this into two categories as grade 12 and there is another category called grade 13, right? What are the two categories, right? Grade 12 and grade 13. Those are the two main categories where we are dividing the lesson, we are dividing the subject called business studies, right? We are dividing the subject and we are doing this grade 12 and grade 13. So in grade 12, what are the lessons, right? I will write down the lessons. If you all want that, you all can get a note, right? I will write down the lessons, subjects. The first lesson is basis of business and the environment, right? Basis of business and the environment. Today we are starting that lesson. So everyone must have a 200-page CR book, right? And for now, get a printout of the tute, and from from July we are couriering the printed tutes, right? We are posting the printed tutes. For now that you will have to use the PDF, because for the full June that we are doing the class as a free class. Am I clear? Therefore, first lesson, write down basis of the business and the environment. In this lesson we are discussing the foundation for business, right? So the foundation for this business studies, what is there in this lesson, right? How deep this lesson is, we are learning from that. And then the second one is business social responsibility, BSR, right? What is the meaning of BSR? Business social responsibility and business ethics, right? What are the two parts of this second chapter? One is BSR, business social responsibility, and the other one is business ethics. Am I clear? And the third one is business relationship with the government, right? What the business relationship with the government? That means how the government help for the business and how the business help for the government. So we are learning the third one. And the fourth one is business organization, right? In this lesson, not like O levels, we are discussing a deep of this, right? For example, how to register a company and what are the legal side of a company, right? What are the legal rules and regulations in a company, and what about partnerships, cooperatives, then franchises, everything that we are discussing. The fifth one is entrepreneurship, right? We know what is entrepreneurship, starting a new business and carrying it by facing the risk and all, right? In short, that you all know the meaning. But in A-level business studies, we are studying this lesson in deep, right? Business social responsibility. Okay, Atifa, business social responsibility. And the sixth lesson is small and medium scale enterprises, right? Small and medium scale. Mokadda small and medium scale enterprises. Small and medium scale enterprises. What does R stand for, Atifa? Responsibility, business social responsibility. Okay, right. Sixth lesson is small and medium scale enterprises. Then the seventh lesson is money and financial institution. In this, that we are learning in deep, right? What are the banking services, commercial bank, specialized banks, right? Everything that we are discussing. Money and financial institutions. Money and financial institutions. Then the eighth lesson is insurance, right? The eighth lesson is insurance, not like O-level insurance. In O-levels that you all are learning some basic principles, no, utmost good faith, indemnity, but here we are discussing in deep what are the types of insurance, right? Life insurance, general insurance, everything that we are discussing. Then the ninth one is communication, right? Communication, a full lesson. And the 10th one is logistics, right? Logistics mean once after a business produce its products, right? What is the way how it distributes the product, then what is the way how it gets the raw materials. So especially transportation and logistics. So what 11th one is the trade, right? 11th one is the trade in the sense we are discussing about the international trade, right? Especially that we are discussing about the international trade, which is one of the important part here, right? Trade, right? We are discussing about trade. And also the 13th one is 12th lesson is management. So management comes with the grade 13, right? Management comes with the grade 13. And the other one is operations management, right? Operations management. Then the 14th one is, right? Then the 14th one is marketing management. We are discussing about operation, marketing. Then the 15th one is financial management, about the finance, right, about the finance. Hare. And the 16th one is HR management. HR කියලා කියන්නේ human resource, right, human resource management. And the 17th one is information system. And the 18th one is business plan. So these are the 18 chapters, right, these are the 18 chapters, right. In some of the classes, the thing is they will give you tunes, they will combine, right. They will combine first lesson and second lesson, they will combine third lesson, fourth lesson, they will combine and give you a tune. But in this class, the specialty is for these 18 lessons, we are providing the tunes separately. That means when it comes to your A levels, right, we are anyways covering the syllabus before 4 or 5 months before the O levels. And then for all these 18 chapters, there will be 18 tunes. Am I clear? There will be 18 tunes for these 18 chapters. Therefore 11 chapters are there in your grade 12, and here the 7 chapters are there in your grade 13, right. 11 in your grade 12, and in grade 13 there are 7 chapters. And in these 7 chapters, this information system business plan is really easy, right, a small chapter. And this first chapter is the biggest chapter, right, that means the lengthiest chapter in this business studies syllabus, right, in this business studies syllabus, right. So I will answer. So now put in the chat box, did you all understand, right, did you all get a good idea about what are the chapters, what are the areas that we are discussing? Did you all get an idea? Very good. Then what you will have to do is quickly take out your book, right, 200 page CR book, put a heading A level business studies, and then write down the syllabus, right, and then write down the syllabus. Alright. And Huda asked a question, sir, in O level I didn't take business studies, will it be hard for me to understand? No, right. Actually, Huda, right, in my story, I will give a little bit of idea about my story. At the beginning, that I didn't want to do commerce, right, at the beginning that I didn't want to do commerce, because I always wanted to do law, right, I always wanted to do law, in order to enter the law faculty, right, in order to enter the law faculty. But anyways, then I choose the subjects like political science, economics, and logic, right. I choose those 3 subjects, and I gave an application for my school. But unfortunately in Royal they did not have those 2 subjects, that means political and logic in English medium. Am I clear? So by that time I was 5 or 6 months late, right. That means once after my results came only that I decided my subjects, right, from the very beginning, just after the O levels, that I did not want to go class because I thought that arts will be really easy. Am I clear? But anyways, I didn't have any option because those subjects are not offered in English medium. Therefore what I planned was, later I got to know even by doing commerce you can go for law. Then what I did, I did not have any idea about this business studies or accounting or economics, right. Then I started my studies, right, then went to school, and everything, right, I did past papers. I bought the past papers from grade 12 itself, right, from the first year of my A levels I got the past papers. With that, little by little, that I improved. And from the first year, right, the first year itself in the school, right, in like 4 or 5 months they are keeping a unit test in the sense a term exam. In that term exam I was the section first, right, I was the section first in the school. Therefore you didn't take business studies in O level and I don't have a good knowledge, right, eva wadak naha, right, Huda. If you want really, right, to do this well, to get that 3A, not only 3A, your target has to be a good rank, right, it has to be a good rank and also a good Z score. Am I clear? Surely that you can do. So from my experience that I speak about this, right. So what is the difference between operation management and logistic? Fudail, logistic means we are discussing about transportation. Hari, operation management mean whatever the things that is happening inside the business. For example, how the raw materials are converted into outputs. We are discussing those things. Okay. No, Shifa, right? So can you explain what is logistic? Logistics mean, sorry. right? Logistic means transportation. That we will write like this. Write down transportation and logistic. You all will understand this far better if I wrote as transport, sorry, and logistic. Right. So I'm teaching only business. Yes, only business studies for Haman. So can you use to explain Tamil words? Actually, half will. Right. I'll be using English. I'll be using fully English. Are you from Tamil medium? Right. Did you do Tamil medium? Yes, Mariam. For accounting, that you can do use a calculator. Is island rank common for all stream students? No, Amhar. For commerce, there is island rank separately. For maths, separate island ranks, and for science, separate island ranks, so on and so forth. Yes, Sumer, after a long time. Okay, Fudail, great. Right, so Fudail says I'm a Thomian, great. Right, there are a lot of friends from Thomas, right? Yeah, Umer, yeah, in your class again. Yeah, that's great. So which one do you recommend, IT or economics? That is based on your knowledge, right? For example, if you can do IT really well, it's better if you can do, because it will get you a good Z score. But anyways, I did the normal 3 and I ended up getting a good Z score. That depends on how well you do the thing. Am I clear? So subject is not the main thing. How well you do the thing. For example, there are some people who think I must choose ICT to get a good Z score. But what will happen is they do ICT, but ICT end up getting difficult with the time. Then the thing is, even the result, right, end up getting a C or a B sometimes, right? But if you can do really well and get a pass, your Z score, right, there will be a good Z score. That depends on how well that you can do, right? So doing double AT and A level parallel is hard, Shifka. There are people who do double AT and A level parallel. It's not that much difficult, right? There are people who do like that, and there are people who even get island ranks, right? There are people who get island ranks also doing double AT and A levels. Yeah. No, Shifa, I do only online classes. So I also have planned to do double AT and A level. Yeah, that's better. So did you do double AT? No, right? Because anyways, that I didn't want to do anything related to commerce, right? I didn't want anything to do related to commerce, that I didn't want to do directly, that I did A levels. That's it, right? Right. Okay. Any questions? Any other questions? Right? Any other questions about the lesson and everything? Right? Any questions? Any questions? Right, there are some names who are there in my history classes, right? Nice to see those people once again. Yeah. So can I write A level private candidate? Yes, Hafil. There is no issue on that, right? You can apply privately without going to school. So is it better doing double AT first than doing SIMA? Starting ACCA directly is good. Actually, Hafsa, that I don't have a good idea about these professional courses, right? But most of the people are first doing double AT and then they are doing ACCA, right? Many of my friends, they started with double AT, then go into ACCA and SIMA and those things. For the month of June, that class is full of free Shifa, and from July, all the payment details will be provided in the groups. So what are the uses of taking commerce stream? Actually, in commerce stream, the field is really broad, right? For example, you do biology, and for example, if you end up getting a lower result, even if you get a 2AB, still if you can't go for medical faculty, right? If you can't go for the medical faculty, with that your academic journey will stop for a while. Am I clear? So you have to find so many paths. But the thing is, in commerce, even for the people who get just 3C or 2B, 1C, still they have different paths. Am I clear? You can be accountant and you can do management, and there are a lot of universities like Japura, Colombo, Kalania, and Peradeniya, and even if you want to do, you can do law. So there are so many options, right? There are so many options. Therefore, commerce is a subject like that, right? More than arts. Right, in maths and science, when people are asking me, sir, is it good for me to do maths and science, one thing that I ask them is, if you can get a 3A, do that. If you are sure that you can get a 3A, baya natuwa karanna. But if the thing is, if you all can't get a 3A, nikan ara aunties and uncles ask you to do bio, then you do bio, don't do that. Am I clear? I didn't do, right? So many people asked me to do, because my O-level result was 9A. Then I didn't want to do, because I know in science and maths that I didn't understand the concepts perfectly. Even though that I got an A pass, I know that I can't do this. And I put a lot of effort, but I get the best in my exam and more than, yes, Huda, that you can, right? There are a lot of examples, right? One of my friend who got only 1A for A levels end up getting Island 25th, right? Gampaha district, I think 4th or something. There are people like that. Am I clear? Yeah, George says missed you, sir. Right. Hari. Now this is the syllabus, right? So everyone, did you all write the syllabus somewhere? Or get a screenshot? Right? Did you all write the syllabus somewhere? Did you all write the syllabus somewhere? Am I clear? Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Then shall we start the today's lesson, right? So from today onwards, keep in your mind the journey that I am starting today. I will end this, right, with beautiful colors, right? I'll end this with a good result. I will be getting 3As. Not only 3As, 3A is not enough, right? There are so many people who get a 3A, but the score is really low, right? 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. But try to get that score more than 2 point, right? 2.1. You must have a target like that, and with a good island and district ranks. So now if I take commerce and if I get a good result, it's okay to change the stream. Later that you can farm. Am I clear? Right. So now give me a feedback in the chat box. Shall we start the today's lesson? Right? Shall we start the today's lesson? Shall we start the today's lesson? Right? Put in the chat box. Shall we start the today's lesson? Yeah. Hurry. We'll start the lesson. Everyone says, let's get started. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. Ready to start a new chapter with our Hitler. Thank you. Yeah. Shall we start? Yes. Hurry. So I have sent a small tute here. Right. This is not the first lesson tute. Huh? This is not the first lesson tute, but this is the tute that we are going to use for today, right? Some of you all might have got the printout and some of you all might have not. So those people can get a screenshot. There is no issues on that. Right? Okay. So this tute is the one we are discussing today, and next week that I'll be sending a PDF tute, and upcoming 3 weeks we are doing like that. And from July, for the people who are joining for my paid classes, for those people, printed tutes, right? 18 chapters are there, 18 printed tutes are there. So for a month we are couriering one by one the printed tutes. Am I clear? Hurry. So now we'll start with the question, what is a business? Alright, so most of you all think, right, business means earning only profits. No, right? Most of you all think like business mean earning only profits. So from the first lesson itself, try to put all these concepts nicely onto your head. Then you all don't have to memorize these things. If you all don't study the business studies from the very beginning nicely, then you have to go for many revision classes one over the other, and you have to memorize a lot of books, right, at the end of your A levels. That means after 2.5 years, right, when all A levels are near the corner, you have to work a lot. Therefore from now onwards, try to put the concepts onto your head and study this nicely. Hurry. Now I'm asking a question, What is a business? Most of you all think that business means only earning profit. No, business is not like that. Business has a different, business has a broad, right? Business has a broad definition, right? In your exam, in business studies, there is a very much important thing. What is that? There is something called keyword, right? Let me explain. What is business? When writing an answer, business means, you all write down, business is business is any economic activity which fulfills human needs and wants, right? Human needs and wants. This is the easiest definition for a business. So when a marking examiner is marking your paper, how they will mark your paper? They will check, right, in your answer, they will check, right, whether the keywords are there, whether the quality of your answer is good. Am I clear? That is the reason why some of the 3As, their that score is really less. Some of the 3As, the that score is really high. What is the reason? The quality of their answer. Am I clear? Therefore, 75 marks also you will get A, but that is not a very good quality A. In order to get the quality A, at least you have to go above 85 and 90. Am I clear? Therefore, here we have to define business. In exams, remember how we are going to define the business. Business is any economic activity. Therefore, in your answer, the word called economic activity has to be there. Am I clear? When they are marking the paper, they will check whether the keywords is it there or not. Therefore, business is any economic activity which fulfills human needs and wants. Which fulfills human needs and wants. Today we will discuss what do you mean by needs and wants. What are the differences between needs and wants. Now let me explain you what is economic activity. Economic activity means something like this. For example, right? For example, let's take an example that you are having a bakery, right? You are having a bakery, and for that bakery, there is a kitchen, the workplace of the bakery. Am I clear? The workplace of the bakery is there. The workplace of this bakery is there. So in this workplace that they are baking the buns and they are making everything, right? Workers are there, people who are baking the buns, ovens are there, everything is done over here. Am I clear? Therefore, the production is done here. Inside the working place, inside the kitchen, production is done. What do you mean by production? Production means if it's a bakery, using the raw materials, using the flour, using the sugar, using the water, and you are using those and you are producing something. Am I clear? Therefore, in an economic activity, the first step is production. What is the first step? The first step is production. In any economic activity, the first step is production. And right, there is a store, right? There is a store for this bakery. That means the selling place of this bakery is in a town, right? The shop, right? The bakery shop is there in the town. Sumanadisi bakers, right? Manohari bakers. The bakery shop is there in the town. People can go there and buy the product. Am I clear? The working place, the kitchen is here. In the kitchen only the production is done and the bakery is here. So in between this production place and in between this bakery, right? In between this bakery, so Mer says Kusumasana Devi bakery, yes, right? Sumanadisi Manohari. So how you are going to deliver your buns from this store to the bakery? Now you are going to use a mode of transportation. For this, you can use a lorry. Am I clear? I am drawing small pictures to make sure that you all understand the concept. Therefore, you can use a lorry, right? A distribution lorry. Therefore, in an economic activity, the second process, right? The second process is distribution. What is the second process? In any economic activity, the second process is distribution. Therefore, production, that means the buns are being made here. Then using the distribution lorries, it is being distributed to the bakery, and this is the bakery. So in the bakery, what do they do? In the bakery, for the customers, that they do the trading. What do you mean by trading? Trading mean they do the selling. Am I clear? They do the selling. Therefore, you have to understand bakery is a business, and in this business, in this bakery business, an economic activity is carried down, right? An economic activity is there. So, what are the three parts of this economic activity? One is production, that you are making the bakery items, right? Banistika puchchanawa. Then you are distributing it, right? Loris wala dala distribute karnawa. Then the third one is the trading, right? So for the customers, that you are doing the trading. Therefore, what is a business? Business means, right, bakery. Business means an economic activity. So for this production, distribution and trading, what is the single name? What is the simple term that we are giving? The simple term is economic activity. Economic activity. Therefore, production, distribution and trading are being carried out. Economic activity. Why are they doing this economic activity? Why this bakery is carrying out this economic activity? They are earning profits. That is true enough. But one thing is, they are satisfying your needs and wants, right? They are satisfying your needs and wants. Your parents are going for the bakery and they are buying the product. Am I clear? So ඔයයි ඔයාගේ නංගි ගිහිල්ලා bakery වල මොකද්ද ගන්නෙ? That you are buying the pan, right? Malu pan. Oh, sorry, this is an English medium classroom. Not malu pan. Malu pan means right, fish bun, yeah, and sini bunnies, right? All these that both of you are buying, and if you both of you buy, then what happens is your needs and wants are being fulfilled. I will explain what is need and want, but simply remember what is a business. We gave a definition. We gave a definition. Now did you understand the definition? Business is any economic activity, production, distribution, trading, any economic activity which satisfy, which fulfill your needs and wants. Did you all understand? Which word we are using exam? Trading? Any word, right? You can use selling or you can use trading. Okay, Hafil. So it is called malupan, but it's kariban. Yes, that's true, right? There is no fish inside that. That is kariban. And economic activity fulfill human needs and wants. Yes, Umer, your definition is also perfect, right? Okay, now put in the chat box. Everyone, right? Everyone must give me the feedbacks. Did you all understand what is an economic activity and what is the definition of business? Right? හැමෝම මාත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. Everyone must give me feedbacks. Most suitable one is Hafil, trading. Huda, business means, Huda, production is done. That means in my example, production means like baking the buns, and then from this store they are distributing it. Using the distribution lorries, they are distributing it to the bakery, and in the bakery, Huda, trading is being done. Am I clear, Huda Azim? Thank you. Yes, I understood well. Right. Okay, Shifa. Okay. Yeah. So then, isn't this the first chapter? Yes, this is the first chapter. Basis of the business and the environment. Am I clear? Right. Therefore, what do you mean by a business? Business means, right? Business means an economic activity. What are the three categories of this economic activity? Production, distribution and trading. Production, distribution and trading. Production, distribution and trading. Why these business engage in production, distribution and trading? These are engaged in production, distribution, trading in order to satisfy your needs and wants, right? In order to satisfy your needs and wants. Yes, but sir, can you teach fully in English? Cause I don't understand Sinhala. Yeah, okay, right. So hereafter that I'll teach fully in English because some of the people are there that they don't understand Sinhala. Yeah, that's fine, right? That's fine, no issues. Right, all of you understood this, right? Now we'll write down it here. We'll write down it here. Write down. This is a triangle, right? This is a triangle called business. Sorry, this is a triangle called economic activity. Therefore, in this triangle, write down economic activity. Right, in this triangle write down economic activity, right? In this triangle write down at 10 Mariam, right? Economic activity, then write down production, and then write down distribution, and then write down trading, and then write down trading. Therefore, production, distribution, trading, production, distribution, trading, production, distribution, trading. Write down this and put done, everyone, right? Write down this and put done. Right, I'll upload this recording to YouTube also. If any one of you want to watch the recording, that they can go for the YouTube and watch the recording. Okay. For the first 3 weeks, first 4 weeks, the recording that will be provided. Right. Okay. Now, one of the important thing, there are some profit-oriented business. What is profit-oriented business? Their main idea is earning profits. For example, Maliban, Manchi, and even my business, right? Even my business, that is profit-oriented. Yes, every Wednesday the class will happen. Na? Every Wednesday 8 to 10. Every Wednesday 8 to 10. Even my business, it is a profit oriented business, right? In between that I do some non-profit items, but anyways my business is a profit oriented business. For example, Maliban, Manchi, Pereira and Sons, right? Any of the business are profit oriented business. Then if businesses are carried out with the purpose of providing social welfare, there are some businesses, those businesses are done in order to provide social welfare. That means the main idea of that business is not to earn profits. Do you understand? Right? The the main aim, the main idea, objective, the goal of the business is not the profit. That type of business is known as non-profit business. Highlight the word non-profit business. So in world there is a business in the sense it's an economic activity called Red Cross, and in the Red Cross their main idea is not profits. Their main idea is to provide social welfare for the people. Am I clear? In exam, if they ask you to write one or two example for non-profit, you can write like Red Cross. Am I clear? Profit oriented, you can write a lot, because in world most of the businesses, the majority of the businesses are profit oriented. Okay. In exams, remember there are two things that we are learning under this. One is main activities of a business, and the other one is characteristics of a business, right? So we'll take an example. Right, cooperatives are not that much profit oriented, but anyway social welfare is there, right? Non-profit. Now we'll take this bakery is owned by, right? This bakery, no one can leave the meeting up until the end, be in the meeting, because now A levels, no, right? Now that you are not in O levels, right? Now please leave that O level mindset, right? Now come for A levels. This is different, right? This is different. And if you all don't do the works really neat in this 2 years, then at the end of the result that we have to call you as how sad only, right? Atifa Red Cross is a society where they are providing kind of benefits without any profits. They are providing welfare for the people, right? Health concerns. Right, then this person, right, Mr. Pereira is having this bakery. Pereira and Sons bakery is owned by Mr. Pereira. And what is the activity in this bakery? Mr. Pereira buy the flour, Mr. Pereira buy the sugar, Mr. Pereira get water, and he uses all the resources. Am I clear? Right, he uses all the resources and he makes a malupan. He makes a crocodile bun, right? Crocodile bun. Arakimbula bun is, he makes those. He makes some cakes by using the resources. Resources are what? Resources are the flour, right? Sugar, baking powder. He uses all these items and he produces. He add the value to these resources. He add the value to these inputs. Am I clear? There is no example for Red Cross. Okay, Hafil, Red Cross is an example. He uses flour, sugar, baking powder, and he produces what? He produces some other items. What are the items? For example, he produces the pastries, right? He produces the pastry, right? He makes pastry, and also he makes bun items, sometimes cakes also, right? Pole cake or chocolate cake, right? Ribbon cake, butter cake, everything that he makes. Therefore, what can you understand about his business? That he is using these resources and he is adding value to the resources. Did you all understand? He is using the resources. These are his resources. These are his inputs, and he is adding value for that. There is a production process. No, he has to add the flour, then sugar, then put the baking powder, then he has to keep it for some time, then he has to put it into oven. So like that, there is a production process. Anyways, he is adding value to these resources and getting the final outputs like pastry, buns, and cakes. Did you understand? He is adding value to the resources and he is producing these type of items. Therefore, what is his main activity? Did you understand? What is the main activity? Add value to the resources. Did you understand? Add value to the resources. What are the resources? Mr. Pereira's resources, flour, sugar, right? Those type of items, baking powder. Therefore, he is adding value to the resources. What is his second activity? This is not enough. His pastry, his buns, his cakes, those things has to be tastier. Then only the people will buy those items. Once the people buy those items, once the humans buy those items, once the customers buy those items, these items will satisfy their needs and wants. These items will fulfill their needs and wants. Therefore, what you are allowed to write? The second main activity is fulfilling needs and wants. Therefore, what is the first activity? So while explaining this tune, I am always drawing on my whiteboard. Why is that? Because for exams, rather than learning from this tune, right, in other classes, what happens is, in most of the classes, they don't visualize the fact, right? Visualizing means that we have to draw and we have to imagine someone called Mr. Pereira. Did you understand? So if we learn like that, surely that you all can remember without any problem. Okay, right. So now tell me, did you all understand what is add value to resources and what is fulfill needs and wants? Did you all understand? Put in chat box. Everyone, everyone must communicate. That is not an activity. That I'll explain. Okay, Umar. Hafil, at value to resources mean he is using the inputs and making the output. That is the first activity. Second one, if he sells the products, he can fulfill the needs and wants. Right. Now we are learning what are the characteristics. What are the characteristics of this business? What are the characteristics? In Mr. Pereira's business, there is a sales and exchange, no? You go for Mr. Pereira's business, you give him money, and Mr. Pereira do a sale for you. You are exchanging good for money. You can understand that. And Mr. Pereira's business creates some wants for you. For example, you go in front of this Mr. Pereira's business, Mr. Pereira's bakery, and you feel when you look at this pastry and nice buns and nice cakes with icing on it, some wants get created, right? Even if you have eaten very much from your house, right? Even if you are not hungry, right? Even if you are not hungry, but if you come across this pastry, bun and cakes, like you feel like I have to eat some more. Did you understand? This business creates some wants. For example, if there is someone who thinks like this, right? I don't have to go for A-level classes, I can study alone. But when we do some good marketing, like when we do some good marketing, when we share our posters, sometimes everyone will feel like, oh, I have to go for this class, something like that. Therefore, always businesses can create some words. Did you understand? Yeah, now Huda says that smell make us hungry. Yeah, smell itself makes you hungry. Did you understand? Therefore, businesses are there. Every time that the business will create a want, it will make you to feel like I want this. Did you understand? That is the characteristic of a business. And also, if I am able to make you like I want to go for this business studies class, then I am perfect in my marketing. That is what you call business. Am I clear? Even in future, if you are doing a business, every time focus that to create some wants in the customer's mind. Am I clear? Even if you are doing a business, right, you must be very much clever in creating the wants. If the customers feel like I want this, then only they will come to your business. If not, they won't come for this business. Am I clear? Involvement of a risk. Tomorrow, if I don't get any students from my history classes, O level commerce classes and A level commerce, there's a risk, right? I can't be 100% sure. If I go and work somewhere, is there a risk or not? Put in the chat box. Right, in terms of getting a salary, is there a risk or not? If I work somewhere, if I right, okay, so there was a connection issue. Now I think that is fine. Right, therefore we were speaking about this involvement of a risk. That means in my business there is a risk, right? I can't be 100% sure that you all will come for my classes. Did you understand? So if I work somewhere, that risk is not there. If I work for a company, at the end of the month I will be getting a salary. Therefore not like a business. But if you do a business, there is a risk. Sometimes you can earn a good profit, but sometimes, right, if the customers are not there, and if your product is not good enough, right, sometimes they won't come for your business to buy your products. Therefore business is always risky. That is the third characteristic. Fourth one is continuous transactions. Continuous transactions. For example, there is a person who has a motorbike, right, who has a motorbike, a used one. He's not doing a motorbike business, but he has a used one, and he feels like I want to sell this, and he puts it on the Ikman and sells it. Now tell me, is that a business or not? Is that a business or not? He has a motorbike and now he feels like I want to sell this. This is an old one. Now he sells it, right? He puts an ad on Ikman and he sells it. Now tell me, is that a business or not? Is that a business? Right? Amina says it's a business. What about others? Right? A similar question was there in 2018 A level. Put in the chat box. Is it a business? Everyone. I want every one of you to answer. Huda Azim also says it's a business. Umair, the question is, a person who has an old motorbike, he decides to sell it and he puts an ad on Nickman and he sells his motorbike, a used one. Is that a business? Sheda says it's a business. Afra says, yeah, it's a business. Manal says, yes, it is. Right? And Hamdan says it's a business. Umer says, yeah, he sells it. Right? Azra says it's a business. Right? Then Mariam says, yes, it's a business. Umer says, it's not. Ashba says it's a business. Right. Misra says it's a business, not a business. Right. The thing is, the answer for this is not a business. This is not a business. Why is that? Because he is not running a, right, he is not running a motorbike sale, right? He is not running a motorbike sale. This is just a one-time transaction. He is doing only a one-time transaction. He had an old motorbike and he decides to sell it and he sells it. Am I clear? This is a one-time transaction and this cannot be a business, right? I know that every one of you will give me an answer like, sir, it's a business. No, it's not a business because this is only one-time transaction. Am I clear? Therefore, what is a feature of a business? It must have a continuous transaction, right? There is a continuous transaction. Now you come for my classes, and up until A levels of 2026 that you are coming for my classes. That is what you call business. There is a continuous transaction. Am I clear? Yes, right. One of the characteristic is continuous transaction. Anyways, here fulfill need and want is an activity, But in order for an activity to become a business, these characteristics has to be there. Did you understand? Therefore, continuous transaction is one of the condition for an activity to become a business. Am I clear? A person sells a motorbike which he used, right? That is only one time. All the time he doesn't do that. He is not maintaining a motorbike sale. Only a one-time transaction. Therefore, one of the characteristic of a business is there has to be a continuous transaction. And the other one is it can be profit or non-profit. There are some businesses profit. Their main motive is profit. But there can be some non-profit motive business also. Right? Business mean it doesn't have to be profit all the time. There can be non-profit business also. Now give me a feedback. Did you all understand main activity and characteristics of business? Is it 100, 200, 300% clear? Because I'm explaining word by word. That is one of the feature in this class. All the transaction, no. Atifa, completely wrong. There are transactions that give you a profit. There are transactions that doesn't have a profit. Anyways, that is a business. These are the characteristics. What about others? Everyone must give me feedbacks, right? Everyone must give me feedbacks, right? Are you all 100% clear? Are you all 100% clear? Very good. Right? Really happy. Right? If any one of you did not understand these things, what you all can do is that you all can go and watch the recording, right? I'll upload the recording tonight in the group that you all can go for the group and that you all can watch the recording, right? Okay. Now, there is a question, right? So when you are teaching, it feels like really easy. Thank you. Video will be there, right? I won't be removing it because anyways the month of June is full free, no? Right? There can be a question. For example, like this. We'll say that I am running for example, I am doing a business, right? I am doing a online business, not an online business. We'll say that I am doing tuition classes for grade 6 students. I'm doing a tuition class for grade 6 students, and I'm not charging any, right? I'm not charging any amount, and that is done 100% free. For example, 100% free. Then you all can ask a question, sir, if you are doing classes for grade 6, if it's 100% free, how can you survive? That means without earning any income, without earning any profits, how can you survive? There can be a question, right? If I am not charging any fees, means you all can ask a question, sir, how can you survive if you are not charging any amount, right? Are you really mad? My answer is that I'm not really mad. There are so many ways a non-profit business can, right? A non-profit business can survive. What is the first one? The first one is there is something called subscription. Subscription mean I am creating kind of a society for my tuition classes, and I'm asking my members to pay me a subscription. Then only that I am doing my business. Subscription, membership fees. Am I clear? Subscription, no membership fees. That is one type of way. Second one is sponsors. Sponsors. There can be a person, right? He feels like I have to give some amount of help for these people, and I'm giving a sponsorship. Sponsorships, for these sponsorships, we can give a name called donations. Sponsorships or donations for this non-profit motive business, right? He is providing me some sponsors. And the third one is sometimes government can provide me fund, right? Now government get to know that this person, he is a really good teacher, and he is doing 100% free for grade 6 English medium students. Therefore the government can give me some fund, right? Funds given by government. So because of that, I am a bit of motivated because I get some money, funds given by the government. And the other one is fundraising activities. Fundraising activities. That means I am doing this tuition class for free, no? Sometimes that I can organize a seminar for fundraising, right? I'm organizing that seminar to get some fund for my non-profit motive business. So those are some of the main four ways of where a non-profit business can survive. Sponsors mean, Atifa, like rich people can give me some money. Rich people give me some money, sponsoring me. Rich people. Am I clear, Atifa? Right? Therefore, these are some of the way where non-profit motive business exists. So survive. Subscription, membership fee, sponsors or donation, funds given by the government, and then fundraising activities. Now give me a feedback in the chat box. Did you all understand this? Right? Everyone must give me feedbacks for the questions that I'm asking. Right? Understood. Okay. Now write down this. If you are having the tute, write down in the tute. If not, write it somewhere, and later that you all can copy down this for the tute, right? So write down this and put done. Write down this and put done. Therefore, subscription, sponsors or donation, funds given by the government, fundraising activities. Write down this and quickly put done in the chat box. Right. Okay. Now we are coming into some of the basic concepts on a business, right? So these things that we can write down later. Now we will understand what do you mean by a need and what do you mean by a want. We'll understand what do you mean by need and what do you mean by want, right? Okay. Right. Now I will divide this into two. And on one side that I'll put needs, right? On one side that I'll put needs, and on the other side that I'll put wants, needs and wants. Every year later that I'll teach about the paper structure also. This business studies paper is for 200 marks. I'll teach that later. Now we'll understand what are the difference in between needs and wants, right? Now, what is a need? In simple terms, needs are the basic requirements. What is the keyword? In business studies, every time keyword is important. No? Not only that you understand the concept, with understanding, right? While understanding the concept, the keyword is really, really important when writing answers. Am I clear? Some of the teachers teach you the concept nicely, but when A levels are near, that you don't know what are the keywords that you have to write for an answer. If I write this answer, will I get the total marks? That you don't know. Am I clear? Therefore, from the first day itself that I am teaching the keyword also. So what is needs? Needs are the basic requirements. That means very much basic. For example, food that you need, right? From your birth, that you want the food. You get the hunger, no? Every time you get the hunger, and you get the you need the food. Did you understand? Food is a basic requirement. Food is a basic requirement. And you want the clothing also. Clothing is a basic requirement. Am I clear? Food is a basic one. Clothing is a basic one. And you need some sort of shelter. Yeah, in order to resist any type of climatic conditions and all, you must need a shelter. Did you understand? And also transportation in order to move from one place to another, that you need that. Am I clear? You need the transportation. Therefore, food, clothing, shelter, transportation, these are some of the example for needs. Therefore, did you all understand these needs are very much basic? These needs are very much basic. Here that I haven't given any examples, no. I have only my basic needs. What are the basic needs? Yes, education will also come. Food, clothing, shelter, transportation. These are basic. Everyone wants food. Am I clear? If the food is not there, their basic requirement is not fulfilled. Everyone needs the clothing, right? If the clothing is not there, the basic requirement is not fulfilled. Everyone needs the shelter, right? If not, their basic requirement is not fulfilled. Everyone needs the transportation. If not, their basic requirement is not fulfilled. Then what are the wants? When writing an answer, what is the keyword? What is the keyword? Wants are the alternative ways, right? Alternative ways to satisfy needs. Alternative ways to satisfy needs. For example, food is a need, and in order to satisfy the food need, what are the alternative ways? Therefore, what is the keyword? Alternative ways. So what are the alternative ways? For example, one of the way is a pizza, one of the way is a burger. Even when I call these names, you all will feel hunger, right? Pizza, burger, right? Kottu, and we can even tell this as dolphin kottu. Even when I'm pronouncing these names, how many of you all got some kind of a hunger feeling, right? How many of you all got a hunger feeling? Dolphin kottu, right? With cheese. How many of you all get a hunger feeling? Right? I'm creating wounds, mouth watering, right? Atifa says mouth watering, right? Mouth watering. How many of you all can feel that? How many of you all feel that? Yeah? Right? Huda says me, pizza, burger, kottu, dolphin kottu. Those are the alternative ways. Did you all understand? Those are the alternative ways. Food is a basic requirement. If you don't eat the food, right, your basic requirement is not fulfilled. But there is no any mandatory, right? There, it is not a must to eat a pizza, no. It is not a must to eat a burger. It is not a must to eat a kottu or a dolphin kottu with cheese. But these are some of the alternative way. Am I clear? And what about clothing, right? For example, some of you wear, right? Some of you wear trousers, right? Some of you wear trousers, right? And some of you wear shirts, and some of you wear t-shirt, and some of the people sari, some of the people abaya. So like that, in order to satisfy your basic clothing requirement, these are your alternative way, right? Trouser, shirt, t-shirt, sari, abaya. These are some of the alternative ways. Am I clear? So that is the thing that you have to understand. Shelter. You need the shelter, right? That is a basic requirement. Even if you are rich or poor, right? You need a shelter. But that depends, right? Some of you all might be living in flats, right? Very much flats. And some of you all, not some of you all, sorry, some of the people are living in huts. Am I clear? Yes, Jubba also. Some of the people are living in huts. Some of the people are living in single storied house. Storied house. Single storied house. Some of you all might be living in double storied, right? So like that. based on the requirement, there are alternative ways. Some of you all like living in a flat, right? Some of you all might be living in a single storied house. So like that, shelter is a basic requirement, and these are some of the alternative way. Living in the flat, living in the hut, single story, double story. So these are some of the alternative ways to satisfy your need. And transportation, right? Transportation is your basic, no? But traveling in a BMW, is it a basic one? Tell me. BMW, that is a mode of transportation. Am I clear? In three-wheelers, right? That is a mode of transportation. And motorbike, mode of transportation. Public bus, mode of transportation. Trains. Therefore, you have to understand transportation is your basic need, and these BMW, three-wheeler, motorbike, bus and train are some of the alternative ways. So you all can ask a question, sir, this is there in the O levels also, right? Yeah, half it can be, right? You all can ask, sir, this is there in the O levels also, no? What is the difference in between O level and A level? So like this, right? In O levels, they don't look into your keywords, right? When writing an answer, for the people who are marking the papers, they are getting something called marking scheme, right? They are getting something called marking scheme. Therefore they are referring to this and only marking your paper. Did you understand? Every time they are referring this marking scheme and marking your paper. Therefore in the marking scheme, for the need, the word basic requirement is there. They check in your answer whether that word is there. That word is not there, they can reduce the marks. That depends on the marker. Sometimes there are good marking examiners, they don't deduct easily. But there are some people, even if it's a small mistake, they will deduct the marks. Therefore, we can't be sure of whose hands our paper will be. Am I clear? Therefore, every time when writing an answer, please be in the safe side. Every time when writing an answer, whatever the keywords that I ask you to highlight in the class, highlight those things and write a good answer. Did you understand? Right. And also one of the important thing is what are the factors affecting the wants? That means deciding pizza, burger, kottu, or trouser, shirt, t-shirt, flatto, hatto. What are the things which are affecting? For example, the physical environment will affect. For example, in the cool areas, right? In areas like Nuwara, will people right, in places like, we'll say, Nuwara, people are wearing different type of clothing, right? They will wear clothes, right, which will resist them in the cool climate. Therefore, based on the physical environment, the wants can be different. Wants can differ. Wants can change. Am I clear? But will needs change. Even if you are living in a cool climate or hot climate, still you need clothing. Did you understand? But these wants can change based on physical environment. And these wants can change based on your social and cultural environment also. For example, if you are a Muslim, can you wear sari? I mean, you can wear. But is that a kind of an ethical thing? Put in the chat box. If you are a Muslim wearing a sari, no, right? That's not our cultural clothing, right? That's not our cultural dress. Our cultural one is abaya. For the Sinhala people, that is sari. So like that, based on the social and cultural, right, yeah, right, based on the social and cultural environment, that can differ. Third one is based on technology. For example, earlier when it comes to this transportation, right? Earlier the trains, you have to go for the station and you have to book a ticket. But now, since the technology is developed, right, you can be at home and you can nicely book a train. Did you understand? Therefore, based on technology, the wants can be deferred. Then the fourth one is the economic factors. Based on economic factors, the wants can change. For example, right, if you are having a very good amount of money, if you are having a good amount of wealth, even every day you can eat pizza. Did you understand? Every day you can eat some burgers. Burger Hut and Mr. Burger, you can go everywhere and you can have pizzas and burgers and everything. But if you don't have some much money, if you don't have much economic facilities, if you don't have much wealth, right, you will just have some bread and sleep, right? You understand? Therefore, based on your economic factor, based on your economic condition, based on your economic situation, the wants can get changed. The wants can get changed. Am I clear? And what is the fifth factor? The fifth factor is the political and legal. Political and legal. For example, the wants can be decided politically. Sometimes the politicians can bring a law asking the Muslims not to wear a habaya. That is based on political and legal. Am I clear? Sometimes that can happen. Right? Tomorrow, a minister is bringing a proposal to the parliament and asking the people not to wear a abaya. Then Ranil Wickremesinghe makes that as a law. From the next day onwards, you can't wear a abaya. Why is that? Because your wants, right? Your abaya, your want called abaya has been challenged by this political and legal factor. Therefore, these wants can get changed based on political and legal factor. Did you understand? And the sixth one is business promotion, right? Business promotion. For example, you don't feel hungry. Am I clear? But a message comes into your phone, right? A message comes into your phone. If you buy one large pizza, you will get another large pizza free. Because of that business promotion, you quickly go and buy a large pizza. Why? You will get another large pizza for free. No? Therefore, wants can be affected based on this business promotion also. Therefore, what are the factors which will affect the want? Physical, social, cultural, technology, economic, political, legal, business promotion. Now give me a feedback in the chat box. Did you all understand that? Yes, that's correct, Huda. They have changed the culture of it also. Yeah. What about everyone? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Now everyone understood. Now we'll write down it here. Then write down. Right, very good. Now write down. These notes are important. No? Important keywords I will highlight. On the want side, write down. Wants are the alternative methods of, that means alternative methods of fulfilling needs. Write down. The wants can vary according to individuals, right? According to individuals. For example, some of you all might want a pizza now, right? Some of you all might want a burger now. Some of the people are there want a kottu. Therefore, the wants can vary according to individual. Then write down example. One example is enough. When writing an example, write down need for food need for food can be fulfilled by ways such as pizza, pasta, yeah, what else? Rice, etc. Am I clear? Then write down wants are always affected. Wants are always affected by the by several factors. By several factors. What are the factors? What are the factors? Write down the first factor, physical environment. Write down the first factor, physical environment. Then write down the second factor, social and cultural environment. Social and cultural environment. Then write down the third factor, technology. Write down the third factor, technology. Then the economic factors. Then the economic factors. Then they write down fifth one, political and legal factors. Political and legal factors. Then the sixth one, business promotions. Business promotions. Write down these things and put down, and while writing highlight these keywords. So in this, right, in this, basic is a keyword, here alternative method is a keyword. After writing, quickly put down. Those things also can come, but here under natural we have explained about physical, Umair. Demographic belongs to social kind of a thing, and global, that doesn't comes, and legal comes under the political and legal. Okay, Umair, better to write these 5 6 answers. Right. Okay. So then we are going to discuss another type of question, right? In your O levels, right? In your O levels, in your A levels, they can ask you a question like this. In your O levels, they can in your A levels, they can ask you three types of question. One is explain similarities between needs and wants. That is one type of a question. Explain similarities between needs and wants. Then in this type of an answer, you have to give only the similarities. You can't explain about the differences. That is one type of a question. There is another type of question. They can ask you, explain the differences between needs and wants. Explain the differences between needs and wants. In this type of question, that you have to explain only the differences. And the third type of question is the most important question, where many of the students, most of the students go wrong. That is compare and contrast. What is the question? Compare and contrast. Compare and contrast. Compare and contrast needs and wants. Tell me, what is compare and contrast? Compare and contrast means you have to explain about the similarities, then you have to explain about the differences also. Did you understand? If the question asks you to explain similarities, explaining similarities will give you the full marks. If the question asks you to explain about differences, if you explain about the differences, that you will get the full marks. If they ask you to compare and contrast, in this type of question, you have to explain the similarities as well as you have to explain the differences. Did you understand? Therefore, first you have to put the heading similarities. First you have to put the heading similarities and write down the answer. Am I clear? And writing on the answer. Then you have to put the heading differences and you have to write down an answer. Did you understand? This type of question is the most important type of question, because in your first term, right, if you are going for schools and all, most of the people are private candidates. That's not an issue. In the class also we are doing exams for the people who are facing the school term exams. It's the answering method. No, Mariam, not that O-level history essay types. This is different, right? I'll explain later when we are doing question how we are going to write the answers. Okay, right. For this question, similarity and differences, right? This question, similarities and differences, right? Now they have asked you to explain about similarities and differences between needs and wants, right? Similarities and difference. Now, before going into that, keep in mind, needs mean food, won't mean pizza. Remember like that, right? Now with that, I'll explain. Now put the heading similarities and write down the first similarity. What is the first similarity? The first similarity is human fulfill both needs and wants for the purpose of living. Is that clear? Why we are fulfilling the needs and wants? Why we are consuming the food and food, pizza, burger and all? For the purpose of living. If not, we will die. Did you understand? Human fulfill both needs and wants for the purpose of living. That is our main idea. That is our main goal. That is our main objective, right? However, how much we says that we are not afraid of dying, right? We are not afraid of, right? We are not afraid of passing away. Still, we are fulfilling our needs and wants for the purpose of what? For the purpose of living. That's simple, right? That is simple. That is the basic idea. That is the main idea. Why are we, right? Why are we fulfilling need and want? For the purpose of living. Did you understand? For the purpose of living. Ushuroda vaara. Did you understand? Jeevat venna. For the purpose of living. The second one is now can you understand the wants occur due to what? The wants occur due to needs. Pizza occur due to need. Trousers occur due to needs of clothing. You need a flat because of the need. You need a BMW because of the transportation need. Therefore write down needs occur due to the wants. Am I clear? Why the needs are, sorry, on the other side, wants occur due to needs, right? Wants occur due to needs. If there is a need of food, a want called pizza occurs. If there is a need for clothing, a want called trouser, shirt, t-shirt, abaya occurs. If there is a need for shelter, flat huts, single story, double story occurs. If there is a need for transportation, BMW, three-wheeler, motorbike, bus, train, everything occurs. Did you understand? Therefore, you have to understand simply wants occurs due to need. And the other one is, when wants are fulfilled, needs get automatically fulfilled. For example, you are eating a dolphin pottu. Want is also fulfilled, need is also fulfilled. You are wearing an abaya. Want is also fulfilled, need is also fulfilled. You are traveling by a BMW. Want is also fulfilled, need is also fulfilled. Did you understand? Therefore, what is the third one? What is the third one? Therefore, write down, when wants are fulfilled, needs get automatically fulfilled. Am I clear? When you eat a pizza, your wants are fulfilled. By the way, your needs are automatically fulfilled. Therefore, how we are going to write an answer? Human fulfill both needs and wants for the purpose of living. Wants occur due to needs. When wants are fulfilled, needs get automatically fulfilled. Now, put in the chat box, did you all understand the similarities? Very good. What about others? Did you all understand? Every time remember the facts with the example. Right? In business studies, if you all are learning only the words and all, it's really difficult. Nah? It's going to be really difficult. To make business studies easier with the words, that you will have to remember the examples also. Right, excellent. Now we'll write down the differences. Now remember the same example, right? Now remember the same example. What are the example? For needs, remember about food. For the wants, remember about the pizza, burger, dolphin. Am I clear? Right. Now coming into this and we'll understand what are the differences in between needs and wants. Therefore, now put the heading differences and draw a table. Now put the heading differences and now draw a table. Right, now put the heading differences and now draw a table. Nice table, lah. Keep the ruler and nicely draw a table here, that I can't draw everything neatly. That is the reason that I draw like this, right? On one side, on the left side, put need. Now we are going to discuss the differences. And on the other side, put wants. On the other side, write down wants, and we are going to write down the differences. Therefore, the need, want. Right. Now, what are the differences? You will have to understand the need is originated from your birth. That means the food, it is your need, right? That is originated from your birth, right? From your first day to this earth, that you need the food originated from your birth. But tell me, the pizza, is it originated from your birth? No, right? Not originated from your birth. Now tell me, pizza, is that originated from your birth? I want a pizza from my birth, that has been originated in me. Is that like that? No, right? Not originated from the birth. Simple. Not originated from birth. Food that is originated from the birth, but a pizza is not originated from the birth. Did you understand? What is the second difference? The second difference is limited. For example, the needs are so much limited, right? Food, clothing, shelter, education, like that. But take a need called food, right? Now, for example, get a need called food and understand how much of items are there, how much of wants are there. Pizza, burger, kottu, dolphin kottu, pasta, rice and buns are there, cakes are there, right? Thousands of thousand things are there. Not like needs. Needs are limited, but the wants are always limited. Sometimes we can't count also how much of wants are there. It will understand. Needs are always limited, but when we compare it with the wants are not limited. Therefore, under the wants write down, that is unlimited, right? We can't even count it and finish. That is unlimited. That depends on the people. Am I clear? And the third one is write down very much simple, right? Food. Everyone wants that. Simple. If you eat something, you will satisfy, right? Your hunger will you can satisfy your hunger. Simple. But want, that is so different, right? Some people prefer going for Domino's. Some people prefer going for Pizza Hut. Both of the places, they are giving you the pizza. But some of the people, according to their idea, some of the people think like Burger King is good. Some of the people feel like no, Pizza Hut is the best one. So like that depends on your idea and all. Therefore, need is simple, but the want is really complex. Huh? That is not an easy thing. That is a complex one. It's so much complex. Am I clear? Simple, complex. And the fourth one is essential for living. Food is essential for living, right? But pizza, is it essential for living? That means if you did not eat a pizza, will you die? No. Therefore, the want is not essential for living. Anything that you eat, that you can live. Am I clear? Eating a pizza for living, there is nothing like that. Therefore, want is not essential for living, but the need is so much of essential for living. Therefore, needs are essential for living, wants are not essential for living. That is the difference, right? Needs are essential, wants are not essential for living. And also that you all have to understand, cannot be created. That means, right, the example that I gave earlier, right? Now you feel like I have to save some money, but now a message comes to your phone, right? A message comes to your phone: buy a large pizza and get another large pizza free, right? This is the code, right? This is the promotion code. So when you look at that message, your want can be created. Am I clear? Needs are not like that. Needs cannot be created, but the wants can be created through what? Through advertising. Someone can do advertising and create a want on you. Sorry, right? They can create a want for you. Did you understand? We can create an advertising and create a want. And the sixth one is primary. That means that is very much basic. Primary. Needs are very much simple, and that is primary. But the wants are secondary, right? Not essential, but you want that, right? Those are secondary. Therefore, primary, secondary. Am I clear? And the seventh one is cannot be changed through social forces. What do you mean by cannot be changed through social forces? For example, can someone tell you that if you are a Muslim, right? Social. If you are a Muslim, you can't eat food. No. You can't change the need based on your social factors. Did you understand? Even if you are a Muslim or Tamil or anyone, right? A Hindu, anyone that you can be, still there is a need. Am I clear? That is cannot be created. Sorry, cannot be changed through the social forces. But wants can get changed. For example, Muslims don't consume pork, right? Therefore, wants can be changed through social forces. Therefore, write down. Can be changed through social forces. Can be changed through social forces. Right. This is pretty easy. Now put in the chat box, did you all understand this? Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, understood, got it, sir, understood. Similarities, okay, right. So now write down up to this and put done. Once after writing, put me done, so 1 minute, okay, right, quickly write down. So the people who are doing economics, put in the chat box that you are doing economics, and for the people who are doing ICT, put in the chat box that you are doing ICT. Okay, ICT. Umair, what are you doing? You are doing ICT. Okay, I hope to do economics. Okay, doing economics, ICT. Uh, Confused what to do? ICT, econ. Yes, I did economics, economic, ICT. It's like this. ICT is good. That means there's a good Z score, but anyways, that is a bit difficult compared to the other subjects. But still, that you can do, right? If you have an interest, that you can do. And there's a good job market for ICT also. And on the other side, economics is that you can easily get a A. Right? That you can easily get a A. Not that much risky. There are two sides of that. Okay, doing economics, ICT, right? I did the normal three. So how you got this that score of 2.1? I think my all my A's are more than 85 marks. That is the reason that I got a good Z score. Even I didn't do ICT, right? Even though that I didn't do ICT, but still I got a 2 point, but still that I got a 2.1 Z score because I think my marks was good. Z score means if you have a good Z score only that you can go for the university. Right, even for 3 years, some people Z score is 1.3. That means their A passes are like 75 marks A pass. But if you get a 90 marks A pass only, that you will get a good Z score, something like that, right? So there are so much of career guidance programs and all. No? Just check on YouTube, right? They do have what in by Z score and all. There are some explanation. Umair actually that I gave for one of my sister, right? Should it be about 2? Not about 2 exactly, 1.8, 1.9, 1.7 is enough, but about 2 if you want to go for Japura accountancy, there are so many fields like that, right? I wanted to get a 2 because for law faculty you need 2.003, 2.03. Chartered accountancy, you can do that private courses and everything are there, no? CA, chartered accountancy. Right, okay. Now coming into this, ways of fulfilling needs and wants. Ways of fulfilling needs and wants. For example, how you are going to fulfill the needs and wants, you can exchange, right? For example, we'll say that I'm having a piece of pizza, right? And then Fahman is having some pasta. So I give my pizza for Fahman and ask him for pasta. Then by exchanging that, we are fulfilling our needs and wants. By self-production, that means whatever the things that I want, I cultivate it in my home garden. Am I clear? Therefore, through the self-production that I am fulfilling my needs and wants, whatever the things that I want, I cultivate it in my home garden. The other one is begging. Now tell me, is that a good way of fulfilling need and want? Put in the chat box, right? But in Sri Lanka, the law is that you can't do begging in the beside the roads, right? That means near to that traffic lights and all, that you can't do begging. You will have to face some legal issues. No, not a good thing. Sharing, that is a good thing, right? In your schools and everything that you share, right? You give your item, your food item for your friend, and the friend gives his one to you. So like that sharing. And stealing also, right? In schools there are people like this who steal your food and sometimes do the gifts and presents. You are getting some gifts, and by that you are fulfilling needs and wants. There are some methods like this, so remember. And then a person called Abraham Maslow is giving a good pyramid like this. He is giving a triangle like this. That means his argument is people are motivated to achieve their needs, right? That means everyone are motivated to achieve their needs, right? That means one over the other every time that we are focused on achieving our needs. Did you understand? Right. He says that one over the other that the people want to achieve their needs. For example, the basic level is physiological needs. That means our physical needs. People are achieving their physical needs. Once the physical need is fulfilled, people will go into something called safety needs. Am I clear? Once the safety need is fulfilled, they will go for the love and belonging needs. For love and belonging needs, we are giving a word called social, right? All of those words are correct. For love and belonging, we can give you another name called social needs. And once the social needs are fulfilled, the people are trying to achieve the esteem needs. And once the esteem is achieved, people are trying to achieve their highest possible self-actualization. Now let me explain. What are physiological needs? Physiological needs mean your physical needs. For example, air. Air is your physical need, right? In order to live, you need air. Water, right? Food, shelter, a good sleep, a clothing, reproduction. Those are some of your physical needs. Am I clear? With the age, the physical needs will change, right? From your very much small age, you need air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, right? And once you come into an age of like 25, 30, right? The reproduction need. So likewise, based on your age, these physical needs can get changed. Now for example, if I have achieved my physical needs, the next need that I am achieving is my safety need. For example, my security, right? I must not have any threats from others, right? I must make sure that I have a good security, and also I have to make sure that I have a good employment. That means, right, I have to make sure that I earn a good income in order to secure my family. Am I clear? I have to look after my family. If I don't have a good employment, then my family is in danger. They are not safe. Did you understand? So to look after my family, that I want an employment. Am I clear? And also my resources, my health, everything must be in safe. Did you understand? My resources means like my wealth, right? My properties, so those items, and my health also. I have to look after my health, right? Those are safety needs. We are considering about our safety, because once the physical needs are fulfilled, we are checking whether our safety is also assured, and then only that we are going into some social needs. That means once after our physical and safety needs are fulfilled, we need love and belonging, right? That means we need the friendship, and we need the intimacy, right? A family life, a sense of connection with the people, like that. Did you understand? From your birth itself, do you want a family life? No, right? You don't want love and belonging, right? When you are less than 10 years and everything, intimacy means Fahman, husband wife relationship. That means the family life. That is what you call intimacy. Did you understand? Once you are born, you don't need this love and belonging needs, right? With the age only, right? After physical safety, after safety, there comes your love and belonging needs. Did you understand? And after that, right, even after achieving your friendship, intimacy, family and everything, you want your respect, you want your esteem needs. Did you understand? You want your respect, your status, your recognition. That means you want to do a good profession. Am I clear? In the society, to recognize you as a educated person, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, right? A manager, an accountant, and right? So like that, you want some recognition in the society. You want some freedom. You want some strength. You want the people to recognize you easily. Did you understand? Therefore, esteem. And after that, you want self-actualization. What is self-actualization? That means you want to achieve your highest top level, right? That means your name has to be a brand, something like that. Am I clear? In the world, the people like Mahatma Gandhi, right, and Prophet Muhammad, those are the people who achieved this self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be, desire to become the most that what one can be. Did you understand? Therefore, let me repeat this once again. The basic one is the physical, right? Your physical needs. Then you are assuring whether you are having safety in your personal, in your employment, in your resource, health, property. Then you are going into your love and belonging needs. That means your friendship, intimacy, family and sense of connection. Am I clear? Then you are, yeah, then you want esteem needs, respect, self-esteem, recognition and all. At last you must need this self-actualization. That means the top level a person can achieve, right? The toppest level the person can achieve. Am I clear? Yes, Sudha. These days most of the people are having connection issues, because every time, everywhere it's raining. Is it raining in Kandy also? Right? They will ask a question like, give 2 example for esteem needs. You have to write down this. Give some example for safety needs, like that. Am I clear? Today sun. Okay, today no much, no, but in some other areas still the flood situation, everything is there. Am I clear? Right, therefore read down this. According to the model, people, right, people achieve needs one over the other. One over the other. Physical, safety, love, esteem, self-actualization. Therefore, this hierarchy consists of 5 models. What are the models? Physiological, safety, social, esteem, self-actualization. Am I clear? These are the 5 steps. This was introduced by a person called, yes, Abraham Maslow. This one that you have to memorize. right? These examples, everything you don't have to memorize, but remember, physical mean water and food, safety mean personal security, employment, love and belongingness mean friendship, intimacy, esteem mean respect, self-esteem, self-actualization mean desire to become the most. So like that, you have to remember this pyramid. And writing a good answer, sometimes you must draw also. Did you understand? You must memorize this pyramid, right? You must get a good idea about this pyramid. This mainly focused on needs and the importance on the levels of the needs to the people. That means some of the people, for example, some of the people are in different stage. Right now, tell me which stage that you all are. Tell me now which stage that you all are. In which stage? In which stage? Tell me in which stage? Right now, which stage? Huh? Most of you all are in, right, most of you all are in safety need. Why is that? Because now you are getting a good education, and now you are trying to get a good employment, and you are trying to get a good safety. Am I clear? Then after you can start the social needs, so you can achieve the social need. Did you understand? You can connect with the people, you can achieve your social needs, but before that you have to be safety, right? By your economy, you must earn a good income. First, for that you must get a good job, for that you must get a good education. So like that, now you all are creating these safety needs in order to achieve these things. Once you achieve this love and belonging, later you can go for self-respect. Then after, you can go for the highest possible place. Did you understand? Did you understand? So you are in which stage, right? If you ask a question, sir, where are you now in this Abraham Maslow's hierarchy? I am in the second one, because still that I am maintaining safety for my employment. Employment means that my profession, and still that I am getting educated and these items. Am I getting right? Some of you all thought that I'll be giving an answer that I'm in the third stage, no? Right? Some of you all thought that, right? Sir will give an answer telling that he is in the third stage. I'm in the second stage, okay? Right? Right. Okay? Why are you laughing? Right? Why are you laughing? Memorize this. Memorize this. This is important. For MCQs and essay, this is important. Right? Okay, then with this we are going to come into the end of this lesson. Therefore, today what did we discuss? We discussed what is a business, then we discussed what are the three parts of an economic activity, then we discussed about activities and characteristics, then I explained you about how a non-profit business survive, and then we discussed about difference between needs and wants, and these are the differences and similarities. Then we discussed about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy. Am I clear? Then next week we are starting the part called demand. Still we are in the first lesson, basis of business and the environment. For the month of June, I'll be giving PDFs like that, and from July, once after your payments that we are couriering, we are posting the printed tubes to your home address. Am I clear? Then with this we are going to wind up the today's session. Before that, everyone quickly give me a feedback. Did you all understand the today's session, and how was it? Right, quickly give me a feedback. Did you all understand the today's class, and how was it? And did you all understand everything clearly? This is our first business studies class, and yeah, give me your nice feedbacks. Very well understood, thank you. As usual, everything was explained well to the point, so thank you everyone. Please give me a feedback, that will be really useful. Understood well, good job sir, thank you. What about others? Right, everyone give me feedback. It was interesting and everything was clear, right? Most welcome. Everyone give me your feedback, sir. That would be really helpful for me. Now I'll upload the recording also, right? I'll upload the recording also, that you all can watch it again. So understood today's lesson very well. Thank you so much, Hitler. Most welcome. It was interesting and very well understood. Yes, I understood everything clearly. You taught us history. Thank you. Right, really happy that the same feeling is there still. Then very clearly, Jazakallah, thank you. Right, and yes, understood, everything is crystal clear, and this session is very useful. Right, everyone give me your feedbacks. Right, everyone, if there's an improvement, let me know. Right, and what about your idea? What about you think about our classes? Understood very well, sir. Crystal clear. Thank you. Barakallah. Understood very well, sir. Crystal clear. Thank you very much. Most welcome. Right, then with this, right, we are going to wind up the today's session, and right, for everyone who joined, thank you very much, and we'll meet in the next week class. And yeah, thanks for joining.